Among Us is a very simple game. As a crewmate, whenever you find a body, most people would report it and tell the lobby the location of the body through chat. But what if you remove the chat? Because in this video, I played Among Us, but everyone is a mute. This means no telling where the location of the body is, no telling people that you have a visual task, and no telling people who you suspect. This will not only make the game difficult, but also dumb, confusing, and funny. So let's start this video. In Game 1, I get picked as a crewmate. With no roles, I can work with this still. First things first, let's check if we have admin. Anyways, since we can't talk, I try to complete my task as fast as possible. Lights get sabotaged, but instead of fixing it, I do my task instead. But what I find odd is that during Lights, Banana went right, and when Lights turned back on, she came back. This may not seem like an important moment, but when I walked from this direction to the task I was doing, that is surely enough time for Banana to reach around here in navigation. And I did the task for about 4 seconds. So there are two scenarios. Scenario 1, Banana was doing either divert power or one of these two tasks. Or Scenario 2, Banana was looking for a kill, but did not find an isolated player there. Both of these scenarios have a 50-50 on either one of them being true. But my suspicion on Banana was only at 10%. I fast forward this game since nothing really happened. Until Orange's body is reported. His name is Burger.
Burger? I'm sorry, did he just say that his last name is Burger? Oh my god, do you come with fries? Is your middle name Cheese?
Since I didn't have any valid information that it was Banana, I skipped the vote. Since we have anonymous votes off, we can see who people voted for. Looks like there's 3 who voted for Coral and 3 who voted skipped. So the vote ends in a tie. I checked the entire map in case a body is there. Lights get sabotaged, and if you paid attention here, you can see that Banana was going up instead of fixing Lights, possibly looking for a kill. Suspicion rises to 60%. I fix Lights since no one else did, and I traveled to weapons to do asteroids. But since visual tasks are off, no one can see the asteroids shoot. A few moments later, a meeting is called. And to my surprise, 3 people is dead. There are 7 people and 2 imposters. 1 wrong vote and the imposters could just double kill. But you're probably wondering why I just voted for Banana here. Well, that's because he is the person who I suspect the most. And I gave the crewmates a sign that I wanted to vote her. For some reason, people suspected Coral. And so the vote ended in a tie between Coral and Banana. Coral proves that she is the engineer, which makes her clear for now. And I did part 1 and part 2 of Trash, finishing my task. Then cafeteria and storage doors are locked. And I thought Red trapped me in, so this is the reason why I'm keeping my distance from him. Seconds later, Black's body is reported, and I started calculating. When I was in storage, I saw Blue and Tan, and I was trapped in admin with Red. So this leaves 3 players unaccounted for. Black, Coral, and Banana. Black is dead, so this leaves Coral and Banana. But if you don't have dementia, you could have remembered that Coral vented in cafeteria earlier. This leaves 1. My suspicion on Banana increases to 100%. And if the crewmates were smart, they could have remembered that I voted for Banana last meeting. And in this mute lobby, that means that I suspected her. The lobby votes out Banana. And she was out. Imposter. Victory. Turned out the last imposter disconnected. But if they were still in, they could have won the game. So that was pretty lucky. If you're wondering why nobody is talking, it's because they're all in my Discord server, and I told them to stay muted for the video. And if you want to be in a future video like this, make sure to join my Discord server link in the description. Now let's move on to Game 2. In Game 2, I got the Viper, one of the best imposter roles in the game. At the start of the round, I played it safe. I went to admin, then blended into storage and stayed with the crowd so nobody would think I was missing. After that, I sabotaged the Lights. While everyone was distracted, I moved up to upper engine. I found Lime alone, and after watching this clip back, I honestly don't know why I didn't kill them there. It was the perfect spot, and nobody was around. A few seconds later, I left and went to cafeteria, where I found Green alone. I eliminated them and ran, but the body was reported surprisingly quickly by Banana, who was nearby and may have witnessed the kill. However, since the lights were off, she couldn't see who did it. Because everyone was muted, the meeting was completely silent and nothing much happened. The majority skipped, but White and Gray voted for me. The The next round began, and I went to fix the lights, which still hadn't been fixed from the previous round. After that, I went to communications and started the download task to avoid suspicion, and also wait out my kill cooldown since download is a long task. I made sure to complete the second part of the download in admin as well, to look more believable. Then I went to medbay and saw White standing over a vent. This lobby had 2 engineers with a 50% chance, so there was a high possibility I could fake being an engineer to hard clear myself. Since White was standing over the vent, I assumed he had the vent cleaning task, which is a visual task where using it forces anyone inside the vent to pop out. I decided to try it, but surprisingly, White never did the task. Then I made the biggest mistake so far in this video. I accidentally vented twice in quick succession. The settings had a 25-second cooldown, so that could have exposed me, but thankfully I don't think anyone noticed. Moments later, Red's body was reported. There was still a chance that White had noticed me venting twice, so I decided to vote for White. My plan was to make it look like I was the engineer and that White failed to do the vent cleaning task. So when people saw me vote for White, they would assume he was faking the task. After the voting time ended, Brown somehow had the most votes with 3, and I'm still not sure why. Maybe my teammate was a shapeshifter who turned into him. But who knows? In the end, the vote was skipped. Since the kill cooldown was 30 seconds, I went to electrical and faked wires. Wires is a multi-part task, so doing it could help clear me while also letting my kill cooldown refresh instead of just running around waiting. After that, I went to security and found Brown doing the start reactor task alone. I wanted to eliminate her, but I remembered that 3 people had already been suspicious of Brown, so I decided to let her live and look for another target. I'm actually glad I didn't go through with it, because 3 people walked into the room shortly after. My teammate then sabotaged the lights, and I fixed them to further clear myself. I noticed the cameras were on, so I headed there hoping to catch a camera camper, but it turned out multiple people were watching, which was pretty annoying. Then, when I arrived at the cafeteria, I saw Blue and my teammate standing around Maroon's body. More players started showing up, so I reported the body to avoid any confusion. I noticed that White was still alive, but I wanted him out since he might have realized what happened earlier. So I voted for White again, hoping the lobby would notice me pushing the vote and assume I had strong proof against him. However, since everyone was muted, I couldn't explain my reasoning. That's why I kept voting for White. When the voting time ended, Brown was once again being accused by several players for some reason. I figured I could probably use that later, but we'll see. In the end, the vote ended in a tie between Brown and Skip. I ran around the map waiting for my kill cooldown to finish, and while doing that, since most of the lobby believed I was an engineer, I vented in medbay using the popular Bermuda Triangle method to clear myself even more. Once my kill cooldown ended, I started searching for an opportunity to eliminate someone. I found Banana in cafeteria and thought she was alone, but when I checked medbay, I saw Blue there, which ruined my plan. Frustrated by everyone grouping together, I sabotaged the lights and found Cyan alone. Just as I was about to eliminate him, my teammate's body was reported. To my surprise, the player he killed was Brown, which was unfortunate because I had planned to use the suspicion on Brown later, possibly by killing in front of Brown and using his suspicion to accuse him. After I checked the report menu, I saw that White was still alive, so I voted for White once again. This time, the crewmates finally believed me and voted for White as well. He was ejected, and the #1 threat was gone. The next round began, and once again I ran around the map looking for an opportunity to kill while blending in with everyone else. I saw Banana in cafeteria, so I locked the cafeteria doors hoping to vent into admin and eliminate Banana, but I accidentally locked storage as well. After that, I went to security and found Cyan, Lime, and my teammate there. I moved around to signal that I wanted to go for a double kill, but unfortunately both my teammate and Lime left the room. I then locked electrical, hoping to split the group, but everyone kept sticking together and the crewmates were getting close to winning on tasks. We sabotaged the lights and moved to the right side of the map, hoping to find someone isolated, but only my teammate was there. After moving around for a while, I finally arrived at admin and found Cyan alone, ending his journey there. Shortly after the body was reported, my teammate also managed to eliminate Lime, which was perfect. I randomly voted for Black, thinking I might be able to use that later. But to my surprise, my teammate was the one who got voted out, leaving me in a 1 versus 4 situation. I then went to storage and found 3 people grouped together, so I danced around with them to hopefully gain more trust. I stayed with them for a while, moving around and blending in to show I was harmless. Once everyone finally split up, I moved toward the right side of the map while sabotaging lights to distract everyone. Then I found Rose alone in security, so I ended her there. Just as I was about to vent, Blue walked into the room and caught me eliminating someone. This was bad. Neither of us reported the body at first, and then Banana walked in, seeing both of us standing over it. Blue ended up reporting the body, and at that moment, I knew I was in serious trouble. 2 players had basically caught me in the act. But since nobody could talk and there was still 1 player I could potentially manipulate, I decided to take the risk. I voted for Blue. Surprisingly, the lobby ended up voting for different people. I voted for Blue, Black voted for Banana, Blue voted for me, and Banana voted for Black, which made absolutely no sense, but at least I was still in the game. The vote ended in a tie. When the round began again, Blue and I danced around each other, both knowing we were about to accuse one another since we each knew who the imposter was. We hinted at each other while circling around, waiting for the right moment. Then a plan came to mind. I waited for the meeting cooldown to end and sabotaged the lights. As Blue ran toward electrical to fix them, I eliminated Banana and immediately self-reported. This was my last chance to win the game. I voted for Blue, hoping Black would do the same. When the voting time ended, Black voted for Blue. Blue was ejected, winning me the game without a single word being spoken.